Welcome to the Camarillo house. This Victorian home is very unique, not only because it houses artifacts. It is a landmark that gives us the opportunity to pass the legacy of the Camarillos to the public. This house is where the Camarillos raised their kids. The original ranch here was Rancho Callejas, owned by the Ruiz family. Juan Camarillo Sr. came from Mexico. He came with his wife and child, settled in Santa Barbara, later in Ventura. And he heard the ranch was going to be for sale, so he bought Rancho Callejas. When Juan Sr. and his wife died, the ranch, Callejas, was inherited by the two young sons, Adolfo and Juan. And they were the ones that developed the ranch. They became planners and innovators and also benefactors. They're responsible for the Camarillo High School, the St. Mary Magdalene Church, St. John Seminary, among other organizations that were being established then. Adolfo Camarillo was married, and he wanted to raise his children in this ranch. So he built this Queen Anne-style Victorian house, which was rare in those days because these houses were not built on ranches.
In 1892, Adolfo Camarillo built this house for his wife for a wedding present.
After 100 years, this house still stands. When the company that owned the land wanted to sell, the property was going to be raised, not just the house, but the barn and the other outbuildings that were here in the land. So there was an agreement made between the city and the landowners. A group of individuals formed an organization, which is the Camarillo Ranch Foundation, and they began the process of doing research and putting the house back to where the significant period would be from 1892 to 1915.
This house that Mr. Camarillo built and raised his family in is now a museum, and it's the foundation's job to preserve that museum. The mission of the foundation is to preserve, restore, operate, and maintain the Camarillo Ranch as an historic site. For us, it really comes down to preservation, education, and legacy. The Camarillo Ranch Foundation was created by the City of Camarillo and incorporated in 1998 as a nonprofit public benefit corporation. This was followed by major renovations. The City of Camarillo wanted to ensure that the site was preserved for future generations to enjoy and learn from. The Camarillo Ranch Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit public benefit corporation. Our board of directors consists of 15 appointed members for staggered 3-year terms. But the real backbone of the Camarillo Ranch is our docents. Like our board members, the docents are all volunteer, and together we work to educate the community and visitors from around the world about the legacy of the Camarillo family and the history of Camarillo itself. The current role of the foundation places a heavy emphasis on education. Sometimes visitors will come here and tell us that they did not know this was here. And our goal is to put an end to that. And we want to make sure that everyone knows that this is here and open for them to enjoy and learn.
There are many highlights in the Camarillo house. A lot of them are original. There's artifacts here. There's the silver saddles, pictures that have been given to us over the years. There's also artifacts that are constantly being given to us. They are processed through the accessions committee, which makes sure that everything that comes into the house is specific to the time period. Aside of that, the recent acquisition was a medal that was given by the Pope to Adolfo, and is being exhibited now in the office.
On the Camarillo Ranch site, we do have 3 historic trees. They were planted here in 1892 when the house was being built. And so we like to say that they are witness trees. They have witnessed a lot of the events that have happened here, and we're very proud of them. What I love about the Camarillo Ranch House is that we're able to continue the legacy that Adolfo Camarillo had set here. He always opened up his house to the community, and that is our mission here at the Ranch Foundation, is to bring the community together, let the community know about this historic gem that we have here in this city.
The city's relationship with the foundation is best described as a partnership. The city is a tremendous supporter of keeping history alive, and they could not be more committed to preserving the Camarillo Ranch for future generations.